Hey guys, in this video I will be sharing with you how to exercise using Pokemon Go, the video game on the app. Now it's pretty common sense, but this video is mainly for the people who don't know about the game well or just haven't figured out really how to exercise well with it. So basically this is a very fun game and I love games like Pokemon, so it really works really well for me since I've put probably thousands of hours into all the different Pokemon versions over the years. But if you're new to it, it's actually really fun, and basically you catch these creatures and you can level them up and you can hatch more creatures and you can find more creatures and catch them. And it seems complicated, but it's actually very simple. The game uses a free mobile app and it's a freemium model, so the whole thing's free unless you want extra bonuses, which you don't need. And you just walk around and it uses your phone's GPS, and every now and then a creature will appear. So it's actually very simple when you actually try it out. And of course, if you've been on the internet lately, it's all the craze. So how exactly do you use it to exercise? First off, let me emphasize the importance of exercise. There's countless studies showing how exercise can really help you in so many different areas of your life. Your health, your energy levels, your focus, your productivity, your happiness levels, and so forth. A great book on this is The Happiness Advantage. But of course, if you just Google exercise, scientific facts or benefits, you'll find a bunch of information. Now, here's how you actually use it. Basically, you go around and jog or run. Ideally, you want to go to a park because it's an open area and the game relies on what are called Pokestops. And Pokestops happen to be more in occurrence in areas with monuments or parks or lakes or places with water. So usually churches and parks do really well. So basically you go around this area and you just go to each Pokestop. When you go to a Pokestop, you just like tap it and it will give you Pokeballs. And without Pokeballs, you can't really do anything in the game. So just keep doing that for a while and you will exercise by just running so much. In fact, a lot of these gamers have never been out of the house in years, but now they're using this game and they have run, or at least walked, like 50 kilometers within a week, which is ridiculous because they want to catch these Pokemon. Now, what I've been doing is making sure that I don't stop too much between Pokestops, because what I've been seeing a lot is a lot of players end up stopping for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, just chatting or taking their time, tapping a Pokestop and getting the Pokeballs. And essentially, that doesn't really help your fitness because now you're just like stopping again. If you want to do it where you're stopping, at least sprint to each Pokestop so you're putting in more energy. And what I like to do is usually I would spend less than 5 seconds at a stop before I can resume my running routine. And so that's basically the gist of it. And basically you can catch Pokemon along this journey and rare ones will pop up. If you catch all 150, you're like the world champion. There's only 150. And so it's really a game about catching these Pokemon, and then if you catch more of the same ones, you can evolve them. Of course, it can get more complicated if you wanted to, but I'm just keeping it very, very simple so you can understand the basics of the game. And so try it out. Again, the same thing applies for when Pokemon appear. If it does appear, you can tap it, you can try and catch it. You might miss a few Pokeballs thrown at it, but make sure you don't stop. You can still play while you're running. It's harder to do, but it's better for your fitness in the long run. Some people use bikes or skateboards, and I thought about it and I just realized it's not as good for your exercise because you put in much less effort and you're just kind of just using it to get to Pokestops faster. Some people call it cheating, but I don't care if it's cheating or not in the game. What I'm more concerned about is my health, and that's what people do to win at the game who don't care about their fitness. So I suggest running with your feet rather than a bike. If you do use a bike, just keep going for longer. You know, people who are cyclists are also very healthy, but they go for longer distances and they push harder because it's easier to go a long distance by just pedaling a little bit with your bike versus running. So the final thing, if you want to use Pokemon Go to exercise, is a little thing called hatching eggs. So the Pokestops actually sometimes give a few bonuses other than just Pokeballs. And one of those bonuses is an egg. And basically, once you get an egg, you can choose to incubate it. And after a certain amount of kilometers hatch, the egg will hatch and you might or might not get a rare Pokemon. So it's kind of like a way of gamifying your exercise. If you've never heard of the term gamification, this is basically what it is. It's basically turning a boring or tedious or uninteresting task into something that's fun by turning that task into a game. And so you can turn hitting a certain kilometer goal for your running into a game using these Pokemon eggs, which are free unless you want to buy them at the store. You can just get plenty of them using Pokestops. And that's the basics of the game. Of course, if you're someone who's a bit nerdy like me, of course you can get more complicated. That's why this game I think is pretty cool, because it's very versatile. If you're kind of like simple-minded, you can keep to the simple nature of the game, but it gets more complicated if you want it to get more complicated. And if you do, there's different levels of eggs. There's a 2-kilometer egg, 5-kilometer egg, and 10-kilometer egg. And it all depends on what you get at the Pokestop. The bigger eggs that take longer to hatch obviously get you the rarest Pokemon. So it's kind of fun. I always go for the 10 kilometers if I manage to snag one. And it's a really fun way to gamify your exercise process. So try it out and make sure to subscribe to this channel for more personal development advice. Thanks for watching. My name is Will. See you in the next video.